Bruh. If you are truly a chosen when you're watching this video, you will know that this is true. People fear you without you even trying. Like, you're not trying to make people be fearful of you, but they are, because you're so alive. You're so energetic. Your energy is just real. You're on point. Because most people in this world, their energy is just scattered all over the place. They don't really know what they're doing. And hey, things take time. You might not always know what you're doing. Anybody can change. But when you are truly the chosen one, and you are on point, your energy is on point, people fear you, bruh. People are going to avoid you, bruh. Like, the things you want to do, nobody else wants to do the things you want to do. They don't. They can't keep up with your schedule. They just can't. They can't even do 1/4 of the things that you do. They just don't want to do what you do. Like, at all. What you do literally scares them. They have to go back to their world of comfort, because they can't do what you do, bruh. They can't put in the work that you put in. They don't have visions of anything. They are lost, and their minds are all over the place, because they can't get their priorities set straight. They just can't do it. And you know, your time will come. If there are certain things in life you really want, your time will come. But you have to really want it. You have to really, really want whatever it is that you want. You don't have to want what I want. I don't have to want what you want. But everybody that is chosen have things in common. The same routines. The same patterns. But we might be doing different things. But patterns, routines, mindset, all the same. All the same understanding. And you probably got people around you that just avoid you all the time. People come around you, they avoid you. People come around you, they avoid you all the fucking time. They don't want to listen to what you have to say, because it's too much for their brains to possibly comprehend. They just want to be stuck in la la land, thinking they're confident, thinking they know what they're talking about and all this bullshit, when they don't. Because they're in the matrix. There's the matrix and there's being out of the matrix. You have to get yourself out of the matrix. I don't care what anybody says, bro. The matrix is a miserable ass place to live. Don't be fooled by any of those types of people, bro. If you're out of the matrix and you're chosen, your life is so much better and more positive than their life. I don't care who it is. Being in the matrix is outright miserable. I've been in the Matrix. We've all been in the Matrix. We're all brought into the Matrix. We've all been there. But what makes you chosen is getting out of the Matrix, the controlled reality, how everybody else is. You fit in. You're with everybody else. You don't feel like yourself if you're not. You need your boys, right? You need your boys to feel more confident because you can't stand alone. You can't stand for anything because you're in the Matrix. You're stuck. You don't know what's going on. You can pretend like you do, but you don't. Because you're in the Matrix. And it's a process to get out. It takes a big set of balls to get out of the Matrix. Which most people in this world cannot do. So you have to be the one that does it. It comes down to a choice. If shit don't feel right, bro, you need to change something. If your energy don't feel right, you have to change something. Something has to change. And it starts with you making that decision to actually change. Anything but the Matrix. You think I'm going to live that cliche life everybody else wants me to live? No. No. We're way better than that. We're going to do things way better than the way they're doing them in the Matrix, and that is the whole point. There's nothing fun, there's nothing good about being in the Matrix. Nothing. You can't even think for yourself. You're controlled. Your mind is controlled. You feel the need to fit into the Matrix because you feel more confident at the time from being around everybody else. But if you're truly chosen, you will get to a point where you can no longer stand it, you can no longer tolerate it, you can no longer tolerate those types of people. You need better. Something in your life has to fucking change. You know you're better. You know you need better. You know you can't live that life like everybody else. You just know it. If you get that urge, that's a huge sign. That is a huge sign right there to get out. And it's a big sign that you possibly could be chosen. There's people every single day fighting to get out of the Matrix. There's people every single day, obviously, in the Matrix. There's people every single day outside of the Matrix. People that's outside of the Matrix and far from it have a lot of freedom. They know what's going on. They can think for themselves. The amount they're controlled is slim to none. You listen to everybody else in society, you're in for a miserable life. A weak life. Weak as piss. That's what kind of a life that is. I hated it. I just felt so much energy within myself. Inside of myself, I felt so much energy, so much built up energy. And I wasn't able to be myself when I was younger, when I was in school, when I was in places like that. And I just felt, what am I doing around these people? Like, I just felt better than everybody else around me because everyone else around me is too goddamn slow. That's the way I saw. I'm like seeing everybody in slow motion. Like I'm just here observing and everyone's just walking around me. Everyone's distracted. I'm just like seeing everything in real time. You know what I mean? Like, that's who I am. I couldn't stand being in that world. It's time to do something now. It's time to make something happen now. That's when you have to make something happen. That's when you grow a set of balls and make something happen. Because some people feel those urges, but it's like, I don't want to do this by myself. I don't want to go alone. I don't want to do this. You have to. It is a must. My life started to feel better as I kept going on. The further I'm closer, the closer I am to the Matrix, the more shit don't feel right. These people, they ain't feeling right, bro. They're not on point. They are not on point. Miserable. They just don't get it. Some of these people will live their whole lives and never get it. They can never be themselves. They can never think for themselves. They're always distracted doing something for somebody else. Over here, over there, answering to mom, answering to their girlfriend, answering to their boyfriend, have to go here at this time, just control it, just man, oh my God. It sounds, just thinking about living that life gives me anxiety, just thinking about it. In the worst way you could possibly think. Disgusting. I can feel my best self almost exiting my body only thinking about living that type of a life. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people living that kind of a life just completely distracted all the time from their potential. And they have potential. And they're miserable because they're not capitalizing on their life and living authentically to who they should be. Makes sense, doesn't it? Of course it makes sense. Too many people are doing it. Too many people are scared. This is why they are scared of the chosen ones. Chosen ones don't back down. The real chosen ones do not back down. We are going to live our lives the way we're supposed to. That's the difference between us and a lot of other people in the Matrix. There's a big difference. We're so far ahead. Could you imagine going in the wrong direction of your life every single day? Never getting closer to the place you're supposed to be. And could you imagine being the person on the opposite end of that? Going towards where you should be every single day, let alone going the opposite way. Could you imagine how much further you are ahead in life than all these other mindless people doing what they think they have to? You can't even think for yourself, buddy. You're in for it. You don't get it. And you never will if you don't wake the fuck up. You're never gonna get it. And you guys want to know what I do a good job of? I do a good job of helping people get out of that. I do it every day. You have to do one thing, and that's listen to me. If you want help, you have to listen to what I'm saying and take it all in and take it very, very seriously, because it is very, very seriously, and your life is very, very serious. And if you don't start living that way, you're doomed. Just like everybody else. You want to be just like everybody else? You want to be outright miserable just like everybody else? Or do you want to be free? Do you want to feel good? Do you want to feel confident? Do you want to feel like you're just so on point? Or do you want to be stuck in your head thinking of, why is this happening? Why is that happening? You feel anxiety all the time because you're constantly doing things you don't even want to do. But you think you have to do them. You think that. You think you have to do certain things. You don't have to do shit. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't. But you do have to work hard at something. But you're not forced to do anything you don't want to do. You're not forced to work a job. If you think that, you'll forever work a job you don't want to work. Having a choice is powerful. Having freedom is powerful. Being able to work a job if you want to, but you don't have to, is actually very powerful. It makes you want to go more. I don't have to go here. I'm good financially. I'm good. But I will go here. I'll put in a bit of work. I want to. I don't mind the people there. I don't mind what I'm doing. I actually like it. That is very powerful. Having a choice is very powerful. Most people, they don't think they have a choice. Yeah, I got to go to school. I got to go to university now. I got to do this now. I got to do that now. You see the irony here? You see the mindset people have? Instead of making a choice, instead of looking at things like, you know what? I get to go here now. I get to advance to university now to do what I want to do. That's powerful. That's a lot more powerful than I have to go to university now. I have to go over here now. Now I have to work this job so I can make this money now. I have to do it so I can do this. You're selling yourself on something you don't even want to do. And it shows up in the way you say it. And you know what? It's all those types of people that fear you, the chosen one. Because you have a choice. They fear you because you can think for yourself. You have confidence. You have a business savvy mindset. They are scared of that. You have the confidence they wish they had. You have the confidence that they wish that they had that you have. That's what they wish. They're just slaves. They're slaves to their own mind. That's what you can't be in the matrix. You have to exit the matrix. And this is why these types of people are terrified of the chosen ones. And it's some of these people that want to come by every now and then and act all cool and like they have confidence and all this kind of stuff. No, they don't. They have so much work to do, bro. So much work. They're slaves that want to act like a boss. They're not a boss. They're a slave to the matrix. And they can't get out. They're not living up to their potential. You have to get yourself out of those positions where, you know, there might be some things that we have to do growing up. It's like, yeah, we have to do this. You have to get yourself to a point, I don't care what age you're at, you have to think logically and clearly. You know what, I might have to do this a little while longer, but I have a plan. I'm going to get myself out of the position where I no longer have to do what I don't want to do. Through my own smart actions. Smart people will get the job done. Chosen ones will get the job done. As for everybody else that does not understand this concept, there is no hope in hell for you. Your only choice is understanding these concepts and these ways of thinking and being outside of the matrix, which is a much better life. I'm going to tell you that right now. It is a much better life. It makes me cringe. It gives me anxiety just thinking about that old life that I had to used to live. Ugh, my God, man. Whew. It is horrible. It really is. I hated it. I was frustrated. I felt mad. But I did the right thing. I used all that fuel to fuel my motivation, to fuel all of my actions that I did. And it really starts by changing yourself. I worked on myself so damn hard, bro, that I felt like I could have took over the damn world. I felt I could have beat up just about anybody. Put a hole through anybody's face. I had the confidence I could beat up UFC fighters, boxers, whatever. Because I worked so hard. I just felt lethal. I felt like a lethal human being. And that confidence is going to put you over so much, over so many other people, bro. You have to build yourself up. You have a choice. Are you going to sit around in misery forever? Or are you going to get your shit together and really snap out of it? From me to you, you have a choice. You have a choice.